Hello and welcome to Asia Calling. In today's program, New Delhi surpasses Beijing as the world's most polluted city. And we look back on the extraordinary life of human rights activist Irene Fernandez. Also, rebuilding lives destroyed by a typhoon in the Philippines. Welcome to the program. I'm Rebecca Hinchke. The city of Tacloban is still recovering 5 months after a typhoon tore across parts of the Philippines. Residents of one waterfront village have rebuilt their homes, even though it's now illegal to live there. But another deadly storm isn't their only concern, as Jason Strother found out.
When Typhoon Haiyan, known here as Yolanda, hit the bayside village of Anibang, it created a tidal surge that seemed more like a tsunami. 27 residents died here, and the survivors lost everything. Wena Austria's home was wiped out by the floodwaters. Now, all that's left is rubble in the spot where her home once stood.
Pag sa bagyo, umiwas kami didihang balay, panto kami eskwelahan before ang bagyo. Balay na guba na kuan ba nag-igo sa Yolanda naguba nga tanan, tapos pag nag-stay mi sa eskwelahan mga 1 week, tapos niadto kog Cebu. Tapos bumalik ako pagkahuman na kuan.
Like the rest of Anibang's few hundred residents, Austria rebuilt her home in what's now become a government-designated no-dwelling zone within 40 meters from the waterfront. She says she knows it's illegal to live here, but she says she had no other choice.
Ang pagpangumpra ba kanang sugar mapalit og sudan, mapalit og kanang mga gamit sa balay. Kay kung ato kami sa layo nga evacuation, doble man pasahe. Nya akong asawa ni dinhi nagtrabaho, sala ka sakay. Kung ato dito sa evacuate, kaduha mo sakay. Way kuryente.
Some locals say the government is to blame for this situation. Chat Baktol is the Anibang village leader. She says city officials haven't come through with their pledge to build more homes on higher ground.
This is dangerous. It's too near the sea. And we don't want another Yolanda anymore. So we need to be relocated. But since the government hasn't built houses for all of us, of course, we're not priority.
Complicating Anibang's predicament are 3 giant cargo ships that have been washed up on land ever since November's typhoon.
What I want is to get these ships as soon as possible or cut them off into pieces.
A moving crew has been called in to get one of the boats, the freighter, the Eva Jocelyn, back to where it belongs. But the team's captain, Ronnie Aravello, says his men can't get the job done at the moment.
Matatapos talaga ito. So, kaso lang, nagkaroon ng problema. So, hindi nagkaintindihan yung amo ko, tsaka yung amo ng barko. So, pinahinto yung trabaho.
Aravello explains the plan is to put the ship on top of rollers and use a push and pull system to move the Eva Jocelyn back into the water. But to do that, some of the homes that have been rebuilt since the typhoon will have to come down again.
7 or 6, 6 na bahay o hanggang 5 na lang ang magiging tatamaan niya para maging safe yung daanan ng barko. Yung iba, yung kaya namin buhatin, bubuhatin namin. So yung iba, yung matatamaan, bibigyan ng tulong pinansyal.
Anibang village leader Chat Baktol says that if the boat ever does make it back into the sea, she's at least won some compensation from the ship's owner for the residents that will be displaced.
They will pay the labor for the rebuilding of their houses.
One of those residents who will have to start all over again if the boat is moved is Wena Austria. Her new home is right in between the Eva Jocelyn and the bay.
Pwede ko makaibaw kay kuan pa man maagi pa nga barko. Bisa nagkukuri kami pero may adagad nga magnahuna kami kay na gubaan man kaming balay na waraan kaming mga gamit. May adagihap nga malipay, may adagihap nga magsad. Pero amo na lang di-recover nga kuan ba mi ba maka bangon ba mi sa among nagian tapos makabalik kami sa mong puyan.
All Ustria and other villagers can do now is hope that their homes aren't taken away by the government, another typhoon, or a giant boat.